Welcome back to Clevver Conversations. You ask us questions and we give you advice or just have conversations about it, and it's really fun.
So I thought that maybe we should pop some drinks.
I know all about it. Catch up so we can have a conversation.
Everybody knows that this is Sinead's go-to wine, or in this case, is this the sparkling wine? Sparkling white wine.
I'm scared, no.
Now it's a party!
All right, so as per usual, we're gonna slide through these DMs that you guys slid into first. Honestly, thank you so much for sending in questions. It's really great. So here is the first one. Is it weird that I'm still a virgin at 25, and how bad does it hurt the first time? These are all both two good questions, especially if, I'm not gonna speak for this person, but especially if they have anxiety or nervousness about losing it.
I feel like that's one of those like, what do they call it? Like fireside, like horror stories. It's like, it's gonna hurt, blah, like so scary. Like I knew a girl who knew a girl who had to go to the hospital.
I think that that's very normal though for people to like hear one bad story, but I will say, what is the slang? Popping your cherry, right?
Yeah.
I've heard it happening to people from tampons. I've heard it happening to people from injuries. I've heard it like, I used to coach gymnastics, things would happen, like
horseback riding, I heard.
Horseback riding, like tons of things, and promise, I really don't think it's as bad as like some of the worst stories you've heard at least. And I also think that it's so normal. I don't think 25 is a deciding factor. I don't think an age is a deciding factor.
Yeah. You're not alone. I think so many girls are virgins and they feel insecure about it just because society tells you that you're supposed to have lost at a certain age, or like in movies that's when they do it or whatever. But I just think there's actually like more and more people that are waiting just for like not till marriage necessarily, but like something more like special or secure.
I'm glad you asked that question, because I think on the flip side, people need to respond differently when somebody says, at whatever age, oh, I haven't had sex yet. Just, it's normal, like, okay, you haven't had sex yet.
I think you should own it and be confident about it, and like, I just think it's how you handle it. All right, you guys, next question is, what is our biggest pet peeve when it comes to fashion? I think some trends are just so bizarro and like are hot for one whole week. Like I think also I'm just outgrowing like some things that feel really young for me. I don't hate this, but tell me, it does kind of get on my nerves. This whole like, oh, now the old Uggs are out. You need the platform Ugg, or you need the Birkenstock instead of the Ugg. Like, there's just like these like competing, oh, you can't have regular lip gloss. You have to have the Dior lip oil. Like, it all feels like we're all subscribing to this same like Pinterest girl.
To piggyback off of that, the constant like one-upping the same thing is very annoying to me. I feel like people understand that society nowadays loses interest in things so fast, which is sad, and they constantly feel this pressure to keep up with where people's interests are, so they keep trying to one-up the same freaking product or the same trend.
To me, my biggest pet peeve when it comes to fashion is these brands that like make something so expensive and one celebrity wears it and you want to attain it so bad, and most of the people that are purchasing it, they probably don't have the funds, or maybe even they do, and you're spending all of this money, but like there's that need to want to like fit in, and it's just like, dang, some of these people can't like even afford their rent, and they're like going out buying these shoes because they feel like if they don't, they're not good enough.
Right.
It makes me sad.
I can't subscribe to that.
So the next question is a really good one. How do you prevent toxic people in your life? So for the longest time, somebody that was toxic in my life, I'm like, God put them in my life for a reason, so I need to show love. And like, while showing love, it's like they're constantly doing bad things to you, and it builds character. And some people need that extra love, but sometimes it drains you so much, you need to learn how to cut it off. I haven't mastered this yet, but I will say I just recently cut off somebody in my life that I've known for years. And the amount of time that I've known them is what kept me being their friend for so long. But the minute that I cut it off, the peace that it brought in my life, sometimes just because you've known somebody for like 15 years, it doesn't mean you should keep them in your life.
I agree. Sometimes I think it's impossible to prevent it, because that's just part of human nature, is to be trusting and loving and, you know, hopefully be a good person or a good friend. Jackie's right. Like, I think you do have to take a step to cut that person out. If you come back together with that person and are able to connect on a deeper, more respectful level on both sides, then great. But you have to look out for you, because I don't think that anyone deserves to be able to take a part of who you are away from you. You only have one life, and you deserve to be surrounded by people who love you and lift you up every single day.
Like a toxicness I've seen in people is like they keep doing the same thing over and over, but then like apologizing over and over. It's kind of like a form of manipulation because you're like, well, they're apologizing, but you know, once is fine, but then like 4, 5, 6 times, it's like at some point you just realize that's who they are, and and you got to keep your peace, protect your peace, like you said.
I'm actually feeling very zen about this.
All right, here's a good one. What was everyone's first impressions of each other, and were they accurate?
Okay, let's start with you. What was your first impression of Mads?
Okay, well, I feel like a lot of people know that I don't warm up to new people easily. What? Who, me? It's like a joke around the office, at home.
But she has a good heart.
When you first started, I like vividly remember Nils being shocked at all the nice things I had to say about you. Because, and I mean this in the best way possible, you are so normal. It is refreshing, and like you just vibed, and you didn't have like any sort of anything that I was like, you know, like you just came in here with like a big open mind and an open heart, and I remember just being like, oh, I'm really gonna like her.
First time I saw you was through the videos, through the Clevver videos. And I was like, oh my gosh, okay, they got somebody new. And I was like, okay, I was like, oh, she's so pretty, she's so fun, she's so exciting. Then I went to your Instagram, I was like, oh my God, she's hilarious. I was like, I can't wait to meet her.
When I met you guys, I just thought like you were so bubbly and nice, and I thought you were just like really easy. I didn't feel like you were mean or like anything.
If you're new and like—
You're always nice.
If you're new and I don't let you know, then you're good. If you're new and I'm like, just so you know, I have a resting bitch face, so if I look like I hate you, I don't. That's when you know that I probably don't like
I'd hate to be on her bad side.
Jackie, my first impression of you, I just thought you were just like super nice. And I had like known you through people, knowing that you were friends with a mutual friend of my sister. My sister is literally my other half, like my best friend. So I immediately trusted you. And then once we found out we went to the same crazy church when we were kids, it was like, oh wow, look at that.
Consider us like this.
My first impression of you, Sinead, was like, this girl's mysterious. What is she doing?
Hiding a baby.
No, yeah, hiding a baby. But on top of that, old Clevver was really weird. Like we were all spaced out and no one really sat together. So she came a month after me. So I was like, oh, a new girl, even though I was new. And then she would come and she would sit and she would just be there. So I'm like, you know, and then Sinead's also very beautiful. So I was like, oh, she's really pretty. What is she doing?
I am a mystery.
My first impression, because you guys had all been working together. You were kind of doing food and separate for a little bit, but you started to come in more, I think, with fashion. But when I came in, it was for a photo shoot we were doing for Clevver, and we were taking new photos. Everyone was pretty just chill, and nobody was like overly fake or phony or... Everyone was just normal as well and professional and easy, and then it made it easier over time when we did shoots.
Feels like I've known you forever.
All right, next question. Love this question. If you could go back and tell your younger self one thing, what would it be?
Oh my God.
That's hard.
I probably would just say like, I'm the type of person that has such severe anxiety sometimes that I doubt my own abilities to like overcome things sometimes if I'm really in a bad place. So I feel like I would need like some sort of validation. So I feel like I would say like, hey, I've been there, like I came out on the other side and like you are fine.
You're okay. You're okay.
I would say don't buy the BB dress. Put that money in your account.
Oh, I like that.
What
I love a financial advice.
Did you?
That's all we did back in the day is go to the club like 3 or 4 times out the week, by the way. Don't know how I had the energy for that. And I would waitress and I would make like $200. And mind you, we would literally have a shift. And I'm telling you, it wasn't once a week. It was 4 times out of the week.
Yeah.
We would get off, I'd make my $200, we'd go straight to the bar.
Yeah.
Spend $70 that night, and we'd be like, oh my God, so fun. Then the weekend would come, it's like, oh, we gotta go to BB. $100 BB dress. Who's spending $100 on a BB dress? $100 shoes to match, accessories, and it's like $300 when I'm 18 years old. Going out to the club.
It makes me feel so much better that I wasn't the only one that was terrible with money, because I could have saved so much money.
So much
And
money.
I just like I still haven't started saving.
I think I've gotten a lot better. Like I don't just buy. I'm not a shopper.
But you're that way because you did those things
Yes,
younger,
I
so
look-
you do need that lesson a little.
yes, if I would go back and be like, Jackie, you're literally spending $500 a week, like going out to these trash bars to meet men.
It's not worth it.
Okay, I don't even know if I'd give myself advice. I would just tell myself, like, you're gonna be in a movie, like, how cute, like, all you want to do growing up, like, that'll happen, you'll get a boyfriend, like, it's so, because that, oh my god, like, my whole personality was wanting a boyfriend growing up.
Yeah,
like,
your whole
like,
personality.
I would literally be, like, 11 and be, like, looking over my shoulder, like,
Where
I
is
don't,
he?
yeah, because, like, I never had that, like, male attention, so it was, like, all I wanted. So you'll get a boyfriend, you'll be in a movie.
You'll have a car.
Yeah, you'll have a car.
You'll have an
You have
amazing
your own
dog named
house.
Linus.
Oh my god, you'll love your dog. Yeah, like, you'll
have a cute apartment.
You'll be 30 and, like, won't be, like, married, and, like, you'll be fine with that. Like, because I do feel like at that age, you're like, oh my god, 30 sounds like so old.
Yeah, it does.
It's like, oh my god.
Age is just a number.
Well, thank you for joining us on another episode of Clevver Conversations. We have so much fun doing this, and if you want us to do it again, put your questions in the comment section below.
Yay.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Love you guys.
Love ya.